Welcome to Bleav In 76ers with your hosts, former 76ers point guard Eric Snow and two Sixers fanatics in Marcus and Teja Dash. Bleav In 76ers is presented by BetOnline.AG.
BetOnline is your number one source for all your sports betting needs. Get the latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use promo code BLEAV for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Bleav In 76ers podcast. I'm Marcus Dash here with legendary 76ers point guard Eric Snow and my brother Teja Dash. Guys, day before the first game of the season. I know there's mixed emotions on how the season's going to go from a lot of the fan base out there. I know a lot of Philadelphia fans who are Phillies fans pretty upset about how the way that ended, and they said it looks too much like the Sixers. So a lot of people are just kind of, not that optimistic about this Sixers season. But you know what? First game of the season, everyone's 0-0 right now, besides the teams played last night. I got a good feeling about the season, I think we're going to head to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in a while.
Wow.
But yeah, what are you guys thinking about this this feeling of optimism going into the season? You guys feeling good about this or no?
I can tell you what I want to happen, but what I want to happen, I don't feel like it's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's on your wish list?
That we win a championship every year.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
It's too much going on right now. I don't know. I think just going into the season, it wouldn't shock me if we did better, and it wouldn't shock me if we did worse. My confidence level isn't very high because mainly not necessarily because of potential, more because I have to see more. I kind of have to see more the new system and how that kind of works. So it's a lot of questions, a lot of uncertainty. First few games will tell me a lot.
Yeah. It's rough on a season level and it's rough on a game-to-game level because when we win games against tough opponents, it's going to be exciting, but at the same time, this cloud's always above us and looming over us, and it's like, I don't know. It's just, it'll feel good for a moment, and then you're back to oh yeah, but we got this thing that we're still dealing with that we don't know when it's going to conclude and clear itself up. So it's going to be an up and down all year until even when that's resolved, because that's. Like Sam and Mick said recently, that's phase one. Phase one's trading Harden. So, you still have other things to do even after that. So, yeah, it's going to be a long season.
Well, it doesn't sound like a lot of optimism there, Teja.
Sorry, man. I'm being real and honest, though.
That's just where that's where you at. If you're realistic about the situation, it's just so much uncertainty that. You have to wait and see. There's some things we still have to wait and see. Obviously, the James situation, how that plays out is, objective number one. But it's still a lot of new coach, new system. We don't really, based on what I've seen from Joel, in that one preseason game, he looked like he wasn't in form. He wasn't in MVP form.
Damn.
So, was that game, or is there something else going on? I don't know. Hopefully it's not. But they haven't shown us anything in the preseason for us to say, I'm really excited about this team and what we're going to do this season. We haven't. Yeah. It's like the season's going to have to show us that.
Yep. There's just so much uncertainty. It's unfortunate, but still huge fans, still going to watch every game. Yep.
I'm saying that's not going to change. I'm just saying for predicting how it's going to be and for feel, as we said, for feel. That's why how I feel is I'm not sure because it's not like we made moves this offseason. Like, I'm excited about that move. Like, I think they got some moves that I think can help, but we lost a lot too.
Yeah.
There's also just not a lot of like investment into this season. Like I'm not going to say it's a punt season, but like it's obvious from management ownership down, there's not a lot of investment and emphasis on this year. There's just not. Everyone was a 1-year deal. We have like 3 or 4 players under contract next season. Like we don't have a lot of long-term plans outside of Embiid, and that's the one guy who's now appearing in like stupid trade rumors. So it's like,
yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say there's no investment into the season because they invested into a coach. So I would say they invested into the season. I would just say that they invested into this season. It's almost like season by season. Like they invested into this season, and if this season sort of don't play out how we hope, then it's sort of like, well, what do we do now? It's not like the investment's there and we like, okay, this is going to be a 2 to 3 year run. Like, I don't feel that. I feel that they're investing into right now. And then with Maxey not getting the extension, it's telling you it's just right now.
Yes.
Or all about James. You're not extending James is telling you it's right now. Tobias on the last year, it's that's 3 starters right there that are on 1-year deals.
Yeah, we're almost on the last stage of this phase that we're in right now, and it's like finishing up these last contracts. Like there's so much emphasis this whole offseason. Every time I hear Morey or Josh Harris talk about things, it's all about like the next year plan, the next salary cap plan. It's all about like we're right now. Like, so I feel like this year is like a bonus. Every time they talk about trading for a player, it's so he can be with Joel during his last window years, but also compete this year. Because let's be honest, even if we trade for an all-star at midseason, we talked about how hard it is to add a guy and implement him midseason and become a championship team that same year. It's not easy. So even if we got like a Levine, sure, we'd look a lot better on paper, but are we really like firm contenders all of a sudden adding a guy in January? I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, some teams had offseason acquisitions like, guys who are going to be right away like an instant impactful player for their team, but our instant guy, our impact player or signing this offseason was Nick Nurse, and it's going to be interesting to see how that scheme and stuff he unfolds, and the stuff we've heard all about all offseason, stuff we've been hyping up on the show. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out in the season. So with this episode, we're going to go over some of the over-unders for the season. So with this whole Harden stuff that's going on right now, they've kind of the Vegas, all the sport books that I've looked at have pretty much taken away all the Sixers lines for the season. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to their season totals from last year and years past and do over-unders on that, and then also take a look at our seeding in the playoffs and where we'll stand and do over-unders on that as well. So so let's dive in, guys.
Cool.
So first one. So Embiid, like I said, they didn't have Embiid's points per game listed, but he is the odds-on favorite to win the scoring title again this year. And Luka has the next best odds. Luka season-long points per game number is 31.4. So they have Luka's second best, but they have Luka as 31.4, but yet they have Embiid as the highest point favorite. So I'm going to do over-under based on Luka's points here, guys. So do we think Luka, or do you think Joel will average more than what they have Luka listed at, which is 31.4 points per game? And do you think Embiid will win the scoring title for the 3rd straight season? So the over-under number here is 31.4.
First 3-time in a row scoring champ since Harden, by the way.
Wow. That's ironic.
Yeah, I know.
He will be. If he won it, he will be. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
No, I do not think he'll win it. But I think he hits 30 points, but I don't think he wins the scoring title.
I've gone back and forth on this so many times.
I think it's some teams out there that need guys to score a lot more to win.
A part of me thinks he's going to score a ton, like getting that number, because we kind of have to make up for, Harden's missed 20 points a game. But at the same time, it's going to come a lot harder. Harden made his life a lot easier, and he said that himself. His efficiency was through the roof last year, Embiid's, because, Harden, he does things, right? I'm going to say no to both. I'm going to say he does not get over 31.4. He's under that, and he does not get the scoring title. I think he still scores. Yeah, I think he's in the 30 point something range. I just think there's going to be someone else who just the volume just crazy. Like he just will do so much because with less Harden or no Harden, we're going to get more Maxey. We're going to get Harris. All those are not going to just go to Embiid, so that's going to be distributed a little bit.
Last year, so Embiid's talked about this with this Nick Nurse system. He's gonna be able to do a lot of things, more of a playmaker. Having more assists, probably, especially with no Harden. We're gonna need the assists need to come from other guys. Embiid's assists last year was 4.2. His career is 3.4 average assists per game. Do you all think he'll have more than 4.2 assists per game this year?
Yes, he'll have more assists.
Yeah. Definitely more than his career average. Yeah, he'll be in the. I think
the ball will be in his hands more, and I think he'll have the ball more on the perimeter. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I believe that that's what will happen. I believe that he'll be take more of a playmaking ability style route, but I think that happens.
I don't think it'll be that much more. I'm not gonna average a triple double like Jokic or anything, but
I can see him going up 2 to 3 assists.
You think so? Really?
Yeah, I can see.
Wow,
2 to 3. Yeah.
I was gonna say like 5, like one more than.
I can see. I wouldn't necessarily put money on it, but I can see. It wouldn't surprise me if he went up 2 to 3.
Damn.
But I also don't.
Everyone else
think he'll score. More, so. But I think his numbers, if his points going down, I think the assists are going up.
I would take one less point a game, averaging for 2 more assists a game. That's for sure.
Yeah,
that's a good trade-off.
What about rebounding? So I didn't notice this, but last year was his second lowest rebounds per game, total at 10.2. Do you guys think that goes up? I know we're talking about maybe assists going up, points maybe going down. Do you think rebounds goes up? I mean, I haven't really heard an emphasis on that. This.
Sorry, Marcus. It still says paused for me.
No, it's on.
Okay.
It's recording.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
The rebounds are interesting because it's like that's a number that we all would want and think should be higher. But I don't know how it's going to be higher if we're talking about him being more of a perimeter player.
Yep.
I just where I feel it should be higher, I don't know how you get it higher. I just don't know. Maybe in increasing minutes, like I don't know. I think that number should be higher. That one's going to be interesting. If I'll say higher, but not by much.
Yeah, I'll go higher than that.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that. So first year, 7.8 rebounds, 11, 13.6, 11.6, 10.6, 11.7, and then 10.2. Just interesting.
I think he goes higher. I just don't think he makes a big jump.
Yeah.
Well, when he's out in the perimeter dishing those balls out to shooters, you have to crash, and get down to that ball again.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so the next guy, we got Tyrese Maxey's points per game, obviously not listed, but he has the same odds as Cade Cunningham to be the scoring champ And Cade Cunningham's points per game number is set at 21.8 points per game. My question to you guys, will Tyrese Maxey average more than 21.8 points per game?
Yes.
Yeah, they're really smart for not listing that because I would pounce on that. He's going to average, I think like anywhere from like 2 to 4 more points than that, I think. I think he's in the 23 to 25 range this year.
Yeah, I would go to 23 as a minimum.
Yeah.
But 25, that extra 2 points is whenever you hit 25, that's like you're getting into another level.
Well, wants that.
No, I mean, all you got to do is do better than last year.
That's true. That's true.
He already earned that.
Mm-hmm.
Even like 1 point, like 2 assists. Boom.
You just don't want to get worse.
Yeah. Even staying the same is good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't want to get worse. Like, if you're around the same area, that's who you are. You've shown who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the scoring's got to come from somewhere to make up for Harden's 21 points a game. And also, we think Embiid's going to drop a little bit too.
His assists should go up too.
Yeah, that was my next question. So Maxey averaged 3.5 assists per game last year. Up or over under?
3.5.
Mm-hmm.
Up.
Over.
I would say higher.
Yeah.
Significantly a significant rise, or what do you guys think?
I think he's around 5.
I mean, I could see 5 or 6. 5 or 6. I mean, that's not a high assist amount, but if you're doubling, especially if he's a primary ball handler, yeah, 6 he gets 6.
Yeah, I'd say in the 5s. It's good.
I'll say 6.
That'd be an amazing season.
If he stays a primary ball handler, he has to stay the primary ball handler though.
Okay.
For that to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great season.
Yeah.
Kind of season you can ask for a lot of money after that. Yeah. 24 and 5. Good to go, man.
Yeah, you're all over that. You're already counting the pennies for his next deal, buddy. As long as you're happy, Teja.
That's the goal, isn't it? I think that is the goal.
Okay, so next one is we're going to your guy again, Teja. Tobias Harris. So obviously they don't have his points per game listed. So we're going to take the average of what he finished with from the 2021 season. That's the Ben Simmons holdout season, which is probably the best comparison we have to what the season's going to be. Yeah. And he averaged 17.2 points per game that year. Will it be over or under 17.2 points per game?
That's a really good number.
Under.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Contract year? Under?
Yeah.
I think he's so close to that. Like if they were going to do an over.
And the reason why I say under is I still don't think they're going to be able to use him to his strengths. I don't think they're going to give him any ISOs and put the ball in his hand. I don't think they're going to play him like that. I can see other guys, Melton and maybe I'm having to block the new kid from Charlotte.
Oubre,
scoring a little more. Not necessarily in place of Tobias, but kind of balancing it out. I mean, 17 is a lot, man.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's no joke. The off-ball stuff should help him a little more. They should put him in better situations to just get easier buckets, I think, too, though. That might offset it.
How will he get easier buckets being off the ball with Tobias? I mean, with Maxey and Joel. Like, what would make it easier for him other than getting catch and shoot corner threes? Like, what else is he going to get off the ball?
Anything that's less stagnant than having him just sit in one spot waiting for an ISO shot. You know,
I understand it, but what action are you going to get? Like, nobody's going to let Tobias Harris just go back door and get wide open layups. Like, what are you going to get?
even like one a game would be a plus. He was hardly moving without the ball before.
I'm just saying, like, is he going to crash the boards harder? Like, he going to get out in transition and finish? Like, what's different going to happen in that offense for him? Because most of these type of people talking about the difference in the offense is really the difference for the top players. The third and fourth and fifth option, there's no offense is going to all of a sudden create 5 or 6 points for them.
But when his role grow though naturally, Eric just going from the fourth option to the third option, just automatically is getting more shots without Harden being there.
Well, it's different because James was the third option with the ball in his hands.
Yep.
Tobias is the third option without the ball in his hands.
Yep.
That does matter.
That's true. Yeah, it's a good point. Plus, if we're looking for like usage, just because Harden's not there doesn't mean it's just like a free-for-all to whoever can grab the ball. We already said Embiid's going to be playmaking more, which means he's going to have the ball in his hands just the same. And we already said Maxey's going to be playing more on ball. So there you go. Two guys just ate up a lot of that extra ball time. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I will hope. I mean, I'll be happy for Tobias if he can give us 20 points a game. I don't know how it can happen.
Yeah,
I don't know what system Nurse had. I really don't know. I don't know his system. I'm not acting like I do know his system. I'm just saying from a guy that's been around the NBA game for whatever years, 30 years, 20, whatever it is, 25 years. I don't know how they can involve him in a manner of him to be able to put up those numbers without taking from those other guys. I just don't know how you can involve it because he's not a quick hit guy. He's not a Klay Thompson where the quick hitters. And it's hard for Klay to give you 20 plus a night.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Because of his touches he gets a lot of shots, but his touches are limited.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if with Tobias not being that number 2 guy where he's going to get X amount of touches a game, like we really don't know where he's going to get his shots from. I could see Tobias getting 30 one day and 10 the next.
We're going to lose that 10-point game.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that like that's who he is. I'm not saying that's who he is. I'm just saying from game to game, I don't know how they. And like I said, maybe they can come up with a different system than what I'm thinking of, but I don't know how they can give him the consistency of touches in a game to get 20 points a game. And unless he's just coming out shooting, MJ LeBron, not like he's like them, but I'm just saying he's shooting their percentages from the field. He's coming out shooting 50 plus from the field. 38 plus from 3. 50 from 2, I mean. Like, that's probably the only way he can do it is percentages jump up.
He was 50, 40, 90 for a little while last season, too.
Yeah, so I'm saying his percentages jump up. And what was his numbers during that time? Last year
still wasn't 20.
That's my point. It's because of the limited shots. So at the end of the day, James is either going to come back or that position is going to be addressed with someone else.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about still winning the championship, that someone else is going to have shots.
I'm going over, but just like I would not bet on it. I'd go like barely over. I think he'll average like 17.7. I think he'll just be barely over that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the last time Tobias had 30 points was in the bubble, and I Bleav that was the game where TJ Warren went off.
Wait, 30 points in a game? That's the last time he had 30 points in a game?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. August 1st, 2020, that was the game TJ Warren had 53 points.
Because he averaged 19 2 years. That before No, the year before that. Yeah, it must have been that year then. The year before the Simmons year, he averaged 19, I think, right?
Yes.
God, man, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. He has 32 30-point games in his career. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 of them are in Philly.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, he had a few in 2020. He had a few 30-point games, yeah. 34, 34, 30. Yeah. Okay, so we're moving on to James Harden. Of course, can't get away from James Harden. I thought we were done with the James Harden topics, but here we go.
No way.
So my prediction. So the predictions for you guys on how many games James Harden will play in a Sixers uniform this season.
Over under.
Just.
You want to do over under, or you want to pick your number? We can throw a number out there.
It's tough to pick a number. I mean, right now it's 0. Like I don't know.
Let's go over under.
I would say that I don't think he plays 20
over under
games.
10.
10 over.
Over 10.
Under 20. Yeah. I think now he plays before he gets traded. Now that the season started, I believe he plays before he gets moved.
Yeah.
Or what's the December deadline when people can get traded to sign this summer, whenever that deadline is?
Yeah. That's a good one, too.
But I don't think he plays in all these games.
Well, he's missing 2 right off the bat, so.
Yeah. I went for 12, so yeah, between 10 and 20 works. Yeah, I'm hoping he comes back, plays well, and Clippers start out a little slow, and boom. I mean, not playing doesn't help his stock. Doesn't really hurt it at this point anymore because there's only one team interested in him anyway. So it's not like he's turning off people from trading for him. No one really is going after him at this point, except for the Clippers. But if he looks good and they are struggling, then they're going to want to trade for him. I read that. Did you guys read that thing about there's turmoil? There's been it's been a weird offseason. I don't know if it was a rumor or not, but I read a report it was a weird offseason for the Clippers because they've been anticipating his arrival all offseason. It's been kind of a distraction for them.
Oof.
They just kind of want to they themselves just kind of want to get it done. The players do because they're tired of waiting for him to be added. They just want him to get there and be acclimated already.
That's gotta be
Clippers players.
Yeah. Apparently, that's what I read. I don't know if it was legit or not, but
I can see that. I
mean, how uncomfortable we're talking about the turmoil in our locker room, Eric, but how uncomfortable is that for their locker room? The expiring contract guys, the guys who know they're being thrown in that deal. That's got to be awkward as hell.
Yeah, I mean, I think guys are sort of hey, if we're going to make this move, let's make it so we can move on. And because like us, they got championship aspirations. And you have guys that, your top 2 players, if you have them around, whenever you have those, Kawhi and Paul there, they got to always be in right now mode with those 2 guys. So yeah, I can definitely see that. Let's find out who we're gonna be and who's gonna be in here, and let's move on. And I think I can see T. Lue being like that as well. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, I forgot where I heard it.
It's going to take some adjusting if it does go down.
Yeah,
I forgot where I heard too. They were saying how Ballmer is someone who doesn't want to jump to make a trade for young talent because of how much they gave up for Paul George, and that SGA turned out to be top 5 MVP candidate now, and that was a young talent at the time that they threw in. Not that they're saying
he wasn't going to do that with the Clippers.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't. No.
Let's just be real about it. He wasn't going to do that with them.
Mm-hmm.
Not that man is going to be
capable. Not that he wasn't capable. It's just
opportunity.
He's the guy there. He wasn't going to be the guy there with the Clippers. Yeah.
But yeah.
So the next one, the interesting one, actually, of all the numbers, this is the only one of the few that DraftKings laid out for us. But so team win total, DraftKings has our win total set at 48.5. Looking at the last 3 years for us, 54 wins, 51 wins, and 49 wins. and they have it set at 48.5. Do we go over or under 48.5 wins?
I'll say over.
Wow. This is optimism right here, Teja. You see, this is what I'm talking about. This is the energy I want from you guys.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that optimistic. I'm going 47.
I think if we don't get over 48, we will be a 5th or 6th seed. I think 48
so if it's not,
wins is good. I don't think. Okay. I think if in order to get a top seed in the East, you're going to have to be over 50.
Yeah. I mean, we were 3rd seed last year, 54 wins, for crying out loud.
Well, that means Embiid's going to play in a lot of games this year then. That's what we're projecting.
66.
More than that, if we're going to have to win 50 games.
67. He's going to play 67 games. 6-7 real games.
Yeah.
Like real minutes.
So this kind of ties directly to the next one. So seeding, the Sixers have the highest odds of finishing either 3rd or 4th seed. So the question is, will Sixers finish as the 3rd seed or worse?
So that, hold on, sorry. What am I doing? I mean, that's
worse.
A really, really weird. So we are not the highest. Out of all the seeds, those are the highest odds the Sixers have to become 3rd or 4th.
Yeah.
But Cavs actually have the highest odds to be the 3rd seed.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Eric is going with worse than 3rd seed?
Yeah. I think we're a 4th seed.
Yeah. I agree. I think we're a 4th seed too. I think Cavs are the 3 seed.
I don't necessarily believe that I wouldn't necessarily lock the Cavs at being that 3rd seed. I mean, I could see someone else being that 3rd seed. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if someone else was that 3rd seed and not the Cavs. I just think that you got Boston and Milwaukee, then I think 3 through 7 can go either way.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Knicks,
or 3 through 6 can go either way.
I think Atlanta takes a big jump too.
They'll be better.
It'll be better. A full offseason with Snyder. Another full year, get him in there, get him acclimated.
Yeah. They'll be better. The Cavs. I mean, it's a team like Brooklyn, I think, will be better. I mean, Brooklyn could be better.
Yep.
Brooklyn. I think they're a seasoned team. They may not have as much success in the playoffs, but I think you get them during the season with their depth and their young players and the length they have.
Yep.
Guys that can score the ball. Like, it wouldn't surprise me, like, their regular seasons to jump on people right now. Yep. They just like that real playoff experience together.
They're going to be a really good defensive team, I think.
If Ben performs even close to what we know he's shown before, that definitely helps him.
Yeah.
So Atlanta, Cleveland, us, Brooklyn, New York's gonna be there. That's
Miami.
Miami, definitely. Miami's just proven that they don't have to necessarily be there to to get to the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where they've proven. They've proven more of the postseason than necessarily the regular season.
Yeah,
that you can't count them. I where we are right now with the Sixers, unfortunately, without having all this stuff, is I don't think we've separated ourselves from that pack.
Oh no,
I think we went away from the Milwaukee-Boston pack and closer to the other pack.
Oh yeah,
with all this uncertainty.
Yeah, went from starting out that segment optimistic to listing every other team in the Eastern Conference. Yeah,
I mean,
you guys think Toronto takes a step back without Nurse? Because I noticed we didn't mention them at all in that.
Who's the coach there?
Off the top of my head, I have no idea.
That's why I'm asking you. I don't know. I'm sure I know who it is, but I just don't remember.
Totally forgot.
They named the coach.
Was one of his assistants? You looking it up?
Oh, he was the Serbian coach. What's his name? Darko Rajakovic.
Came from Memphis?
He was assistant with OKC, Phoenix, and Memphis, yeah.
I might have completely butchered his pronunciation.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who's on their team. I haven't paid attention to them.
I don't think they did much. They lost Van Fleet, but I don't think they.
Yeah, I just don't follow them. Like, I don't follow their team. Like, I don't know. I know they got some. I mean, their top players are good.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a guy that we've supposedly been trying to trade for the last 3 years.
They got Schroeder to replace Van Fleet.
That's right.
Schroeder, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Schroeder plays well everywhere he goes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's actually a very good, like, cheap replacement for Van Fleet.
So yeah, Toronto will flirt with the playoffs. I can't necessarily say that they're 3 through 6 seed. But
yeah.
I think they'll flirt with the 7 and 8 seed.
Yeah, just a normal, tough, gritty team.
I mean, it's a good lineup. Schroeder.
They'll flirt with a 7 8. They'll flirt with a 7-8 team, and they'll beat some teams, especially at home.
Yeah.
Schroeder, Trent, Anunoby, Siakam,
Scotty Barnes, and Barnes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a solid squad.
Yeah.
All right, so second to last topic here. How will the Sixers season end?
The way this show is ending with a lack of optimism.
I mean, how I want it to end is, let's say a championship. But everything is going on today tells me it's a second round exit.
Yeah.
Everything is going on today. Assuming all teams, everyone's healthy and teams play, it spells second round again.
Depending on how the season shakes out, second round might actually be a good thing. Something to be proud of. Because, I mean, if we're the 6th seed and we're playing whatever team got that 3rd seed, let's say like Cleveland in the first round, that's not going to be a gimme.
It could also be, but it could also be us as the 3rd seed playing the 6th seed and lose.
That's true.
Yeah, sure.
If we happen to be a 6th seed and lose and play Cleveland, right, and we win that series, and is that a successful season, being a 6th seed and beating the 3rd seed and then getting to the and then let's say we lose in the second round 7 games again?
Depends who you ask.
No, not with the past few years. No, it's not considered a success.
Ask Joel Embiid that and see what he says.
It's a success to win, as a 6th seed, but most questions and comments will be we shouldn't have been the 6th seed.
Yeah.
It might be good for us to be kind of the underdog for once. We've been kind of the hunters the past couple years, and the ones expecting.
Yeah, I mean that's good. That's good when we win.
Yeah.
But it's not good when you don't win.
Yeah, because then they'll say you are what we thought you were, which is another second round exit.
Yes.
So, but it's the first year in a little while that we're not a lot of analysts like sweethearts to go far and be like the team to come out.
Well, the Ben Simmons holdout year it's very similar actually. Everyone was kind of holding off on us, and we actually had a good record that year.
But once we got Harden,
well, yeah.
Okay, well, so by mid-season, people were expecting us to go to the championship.
Well, we surprised a lot of people at the beginning of that season before the Harden trade. No one expected us to be as good as we were.
We're not sneaking up on anybody anymore because Maxey's not sneaking up on anybody anymore.
Yeah,
it was really about Maxey playing well, better than people expected.
Yes,
that's true.
Yes, that's definitely true. Yeah.
All right. So from the season outlook to game one outlook. So Thursday night on TNT, we will play the Milwaukee Bucks, and we are a 6-point underdog. So with the first game picks and predictions of the year, who do you guys have in this one?
Bucks.
They cover the spread, 6?
I think they cover the spread late in the game, yeah. And we pull our guys.
Yeah. I think it's one of those games that were surprisingly competitive throughout a lot of it, and then they just kind of pull away late. 6 is pretty encouraging, though. Never thought I'd be going into a season encouraged with being a 6-point underdog, but, a lot of hype. But you know what, though? I mean, Bucks, it's a new team.
Yeah,
so
but their expectations are higher, though.
They are, but they have to get it right.
It starts tonight.
Yeah.
The expectations are higher. Like the losing and like the inconsistency, like they got it. It's different level.
Yeah.
Even with a new coach, even with Griff, it's different.
Higher pressure, higher expectations, especially with this home opener for them.
So they got to come out. They got to come out the gate. They got to come out the gate. Now that makes it a little smoother for us. That the expectations are we're gonna lose this game. Guys can come in and play a little freer, but we'll see. Got to make a decision.
Is it one of those things in the locker room, Eric, where like let's spoil this Dame Lillard debut game party? Is that kind of like is that something you got goes in the locker room like when there's a big acquisition like that with an opposing team, like let's spoil this, let's go out there and.
I mean, that may come up, but it was more like we can get these guys. They knew this and that. They still trying to figure it out. Let's go spoil their debut.
Yeah.
More like that.
Yeah, I may shock you guys, but I'm going Sixers money line straight up tomorrow. Like I don't know if we're gonna obviously cover the spread. I don't know by how much we're gonna win by, but I say we spoil the Dame Lillard debut.
All right. You're not shocking me.
Hope so. Hope so.
Hope so.
So now you're gonna be double mad if we lose.
Yeah, exactly. I've sold myself on it. Once I saw the spread was 6, I was like, you know what? I think we're gonna win this one. But
yeah.
But,
well, I hope you're right, and I hope I'm wrong, and Eric's wrong.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, that does it for us. We'll see you guys on Friday as we talk about what we saw from the first game of the season, and get you ready for the rest of the season. This is a great preview show, and we hope everybody enjoyed it. See you guys next time.
All right,
guys.
All right.